Hi. Look who's decided to join me. Hi. Say hello. Oh. Where's your good boy? Hi. For those of you who don't know, my name is Sylv. I'm an artist, animator, business owner, pretty much everything. He wants to say goodbye. But yes, as I was saying, hi, my name is Sylv. I'm an artist, animator, and business owner, and I've been running the small little Etsy shop known as Restless Dreams for a little over a year now. I think it's been, like a year and 3 months, I think. It's been a pretty good run so far. I hope it continues to be a pretty good run, but there's a couple of things that I kind of want to do with my shop. I'm not leaning on like a full rebranding or anything like that, but there's a lot of really big things that I want to change for my shop because there's a really big project for my shop that I've got coming in soon, and I figured why not finally do one of my own little art vlogs. I watch a couple of these while I'm working on my products. I've literally got my monitor behind me, where I put on like a bunch of different artists vlogs and stuff like that. And I figure, what the hell, why not just make my own while I'm doing this really big thing for my shop? So, hi, you're with me. So this is everything that I've got at the moment. It's basically just other ways that I want to get my shop out there. For example, like at the top, putting pictures on Pinterest, sharing more than just the products themselves, which is partially what this vlog is about, but also in relation to TikTok, scheduling photos for Instagram because I only post reels on Instagram. Look, there's you, art business vlogs, hell yeah, we got this. And just a whole bunch of other things that I've been planning to do for a little while now. Currently like 8:50, 8:53 in the morning. Ignore my hair, I've just woken up. But I figure for this first vlog, I'll just kind of take you through what a week in my business looks like, because I don't plan on doing like weekly, oh, here's what I'm doing this week, and then here's what I'm doing next week kind of vlogs, but I just kind of want to do vlogs focused on a specific topic. Like, for example, the next video I put up is probably going to be about that big project that I've been planning, but I figure for a first video, I'll just show you what my business looks like. It's a Sunday morning at the moment, so after I have breakfast, it's going to be all about packing Etsy orders, which I'll show you what my setup looks like when I do that, and then setting up some like vlogs and reels for my Twitch's YouTube page, because I also do Twitch, link will be in the description. Let's just get to it, I suppose. Okay, so we have 5 orders to pack, 3 of which being almost exactly the same. And on top of these 5, I also have a return package that got sent to me because the customer moved before it could arrive to them, so I need to send that off as well. I'm gonna pack all of them for this VOD except for this top one, because this is the first time anyone's bought any of my glass cups, and I'm really excited and I want to record a TikTok about it, so that video will probably be on TikTok. I'm just a little bit worried about this cup one because I'm going to be shipping them in these boxes, which I've never done before. These are actually the boxes that my manufacturer sent them to me in. Originally, they had this pink, like, protective foam around the outside, but basically what I've done is I've taken that off the box and put it on the inside to be protective foam for the cup itself. I'm really hoping that that works out because I'm a little bit confused how else I'm going to pack these. But otherwise, I'm completely set up. I have the return package to send. I've got my list of orders to pack. I've got my Australia Post next to me so that I can like put through the orders and still be able to look at the addresses. I've got the printer next to me, ready to go and like print off labels. And I don't actually pack up here. I know it looks like I might have a decent amount of space up here, but I don't actually pack up here. I pack up here on my dining room table, which isn't really used as a dining room table, like very rarely, if ever. I know I ate my breakfast on here this morning, but yeah. So I'm going to go and start doing that. But first I'm going to really quickly put this glass into Australia Post and see if it will let me ship a box with those dimensions. Excellent news. this box does ship, and I completely forgot that I had band 1 discounts. So instead of $10.95, it's $10.40. Not as good as it used to be. In the Christmas time, I actually got enough sales to be up to band 3, but that went down really quickly. So let's get to packing now that I know that this is safe to go. Alright, all my orders are packed. They're in this cute little tote bag, which is also in my shop. I'm gonna go drop these off now. And while I'm out, I've got a bunch of videos processing from my Twitch page. It says the highlight, but trust me, they're processing. It just hasn't shown up yet. And yeah, I'm gonna go to the store. We're gonna do some house things, I suppose. And I will see you when I get back. Alright, I hope they can be picked up. It's like stuck in there, but I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. Alright, shopping trip is done. Stuff has been sent. I have my cute little sandwich. Don't look at it too long. I've got my drink. Don't worry about the size. I'm just gonna spend the rest of my day, or as long as I need to at least, going through Twitch clips, putting them up on the YouTube channel. It's very, very boring social media management day. But maybe we'll do something interesting if I finish this early. So I'll see you in a second, I guess. Okay, so I have my 14 videos here. I put 2 up every day. But for some reason, when I put them over here, I've only got 13. So now I have to go through all of them, find which one is missing, download it, and then put it in here. Oh, I found it. It was this one. Crisis averted. Anyway, still really boring stuff. I'm going to upload that one missing reel, and then I'm going to put my Twitch VODs onto YouTube, and maybe I will get to some artwork today. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, never mind. Videos need time to export, so I guess I am doing some art today. I still have my Sonic Heroes, like keyrings and lanyard designs to make, but I'm 2 designs away from finishing my Professor Layton collection, so I think I'm gonna do these. Let's see if we can get Ernest at least started this afternoon. Alright, this is where I had to leave Ernest today. I made a mistake and I merged the line art with the sketch layer and it was really bad, but luckily I was able to salvage it. He looks nice and clean now, look at him. But this is where we're gonna leave him today. Tomorrow, if I have time, I'll do the flats and the shading, but for now, I think he looks pretty good. So the time is now roughly 10 past 4. Normally I would keep working on a project or whatever I was working on until about 5:30 because that's when I would start my stream for tonight. But I have somewhere I need to be, so we packed up a little early. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna go hang out with some of my friends just for a couple of hours. And then, yeah, we'll just see where the night takes us. I feel really bad because we're heading towards the end of Alan Wake and Sunday is Alan Wake night, so we could have finished it tonight, but this may potentially be the last time that I ever get to see one of these people that I'm going to see tonight, so I kind of have to go. It's now the next morning, so the party went pretty well. We had a great time. There was a lot of karaoke, a lot of people were drinking. I'm not a super big drinker, so I wasn't. But it was really a good time. Like, I'm a little bit sad that, of course, this is potentially going to be, if not the last time I see this person, but hi, you want to say hello? Yeah, so it's potentially the last time I will ever see this person. Oh, my cat's disturbing me a lot. 1 second. Okay, I got him all settled. But yeah, generally it was a really good night. Sorry, my cat loves first thing in the morning cuddles. So I'm probably going to be sitting like this for the next 15, 20 minutes. So I'm going to be cuddling my son. Today is normally the day that I will do all of my house cleaning and stuff like that, but my partner did a deep clean of the apartment, thank you, on Saturday. I believe it was Saturday. And today's Monday, so I'm gonna push off, oh, thank you. I'm gonna push off my cleaning a little bit. Sorry, just look at this. I'm gonna push off my cleaning a little bit. Maybe I'll do my cleaning on Wednesday instead of today. So I'm basically gonna have a shower. And it might be time to start doing some of the things that I showed off in that notebook at the start of this video. What do you think? You wanna get some stuff for the business? Ow. You wanna get some stuff for the business done? You wanna help mommy work? Actually, before I do anything, I'm gonna test if my PC can run Monster Hunter Wilds, because I've been meaning to buy it on PlayStation 5, but the thing is, with PlayStation 5, you gotta also buy PlayStation Plus, like a monthly subscription, in order to play it online. So if this can run at an acceptable rate, where it doesn't look like a bit crushed PlayStation 2 game, then I will probably get it on PC instead. That way I don't have to pay for the game, and then on top of that also pay a monthly fee. This is my partner's copy that I'm testing, so let's see if it works. It's going to take a while to install, so I figure I'll install it now, and we'll just come back and see how it is later on. Okay, I'm having a bit of a rough time deciding. So these are my current product photos. They're on like a little red blanket that I own because it's got a really cute pattern on it, and I was like, what the hell? It's cute, it's flat, I like the red. I think it stands out a lot, especially when compared to the blue coloring of my shop. I just think it looks pretty alright. But I wanted to do something a little bit new, like see the nice blue cool tones and then like the red of the products. So I wanted to try and do something new, and I was looking at this other small business owner that I follow known as Bailey J, and I was looking at her pictures, and she does like the whole like paper on top of different colors to try and make it look a little bit more vibrant. I really love the product photos that she took for her pencil cases. They are so cute. And she's got a whole bunch of accessories and stuff, and I used to do this. I don't know if I still have any photos. If I do, I'll pop it up here now in the VOD, but I used to have like half the picture would be like yellow paper, the other half would be like blue paper, and I would put my product in the middle. And I did that because like blue is the main color of my store, and then you've got the yellow for like the stars and stuff, but I didn't really like it, which is why I switched to the blanket. So I'm thinking maybe I use different color paper like this and have like accessories around it like this. The problem is I don't sell stationery items yet, not an awful lot of them at least. I have some, but not too many. I mostly sell key rings. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at another artist who sells key rings. Like, look at her sticker sheets, they're so cute. I'm gonna look at another artist who sells key rings, and we'll have a look and see what they did. So I looked around, I found another artist by the name of, I think it's Milky Tomato, and their key rings, it's literally just a key ring in their hand with some foliage in the background. And I did this too at one point, specifically for my Tails the Fox key ring. Again, if I still have the picture, I'll pop it up now. But it wasn't in my hand. I would just kind of dangle it in front of like some foliage near the house that I used to live in. And I liked that. I thought that was cute, but I live in a different area now, and I don't know if there's any like nice enough foliage around. I could probably take a look. The problem with that is I don't have proper camera equipment. It's literally just my phone, so I will have to rely pretty much exclusively on natural lighting, which is why my photos look the way they do currently. So I'm not sure. I might go the foliage route. I might try the paper bashing route that Bailey J had done. And then another thing on top of that is not all of my designs are going to be continued. Like this whole bottom row here will be continued. This whole second bottom row will be continued, but like stuff like these Sonic the Hedgehog key rings, stuff like these dragon pins, these Pokemon stickers, this Pokemon sticker book, my Dark Souls and Monster Hunter pins, those are not gonna be, they're gonna be discontinued. Like once I sell out, they're gone. And so I'm thinking, like, is now really a good time to update all of my photo listings? Do I only update the photos for the products that I am gonna keep, like this Lakeview Hotel keyring or this collector sticker collecting book keyring? Do I only update those photos and leave these discontinued ones with the red so that they stand out more, and like add discontinuing or something to the title? I'm not sure. Or do I like wait until my new inventory is coming in, which I will show in a separate VOD. This is just a quick example of what I do in a week, but do I wait until my next stock update and then take new photos for all of my products all in one go? I'm not entirely sure. And like, if I do take new photos, should I still post these old ones onto Pinterest? Because that was another thing that I wanted to do. If we look here in my cute little notebook, it was like the first thing I wrote down, put product photos on Pinterest. So do I put these old photos up and then take new photos and put the new photos up as well? Is that too much? I'm overthinking it a little bit, I think. But I just don't know. I don't know. I think what I might do is I'll grab some products that I fully intend on restocking and keeping, and I will try this route with like the different cuts of paper, maybe find some like accessories and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of accessories at home, so it might be a bit difficult for me to create something as decorated as like, say, this stationery picture. It is also a beautiful day outside. I'm not showing you outside, but it is a beautiful day outside, so maybe I could also try and see if like the foyer that I live near has like some really nice plant life that I can take photos near, like that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna like do some example photos with maybe 1 or 2 products that I have. And if I like it, then I might wait until my new inventory is in to take new photos. I don't know, it's just something I need to think about a little bit more. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. All right, it's the moment of truth. Let's see if it runs. Yeah, sure, do that. Let's see if it runs. Seeing a black screen makes me realize just how old my monitor is with all these cracks and bumps and blips. I wonder if it'll even... Oh! Okay, not only does it run, so far it looks pretty clean. I have a feeling this shading optimization thing is gonna take a while, so I'm gonna go back to the photo stuff that I was saying I was gonna do, and we'll check on this a little bit later. Ooh, here we go, let's see. How good does it look? I really hope it doesn't look like a bit crushed PlayStation 2 game. Let's find out. So it gave me a warning saying that I didn't install the game on an SSD and that the game needs to run on an SSD in order to run smoothly, but it still let me progress, so... Ooh. Alright, I just need to see if it looks like shit. The loading screen took a hot minute, but so far, so good. It looks... It doesn't look like a PlayStation 2 game. Let's give it a minute. Okay, it doesn't look as good as it could look. I've seen what this game looks like on PS5 because I played the beta on PS5, and it does not look as good as it could look. But I also know for a fact that it doesn't look as bad as it could look because my partner played the beta on his gaming laptop and it looked like a bit crushed PlayStation 2 game. So it's not running the best that it could, but it's not running the worst that it could. This looks like a PlayStation 3, maybe very early PlayStation 4 at worst. I think I can make this work. The thing that upsets me about this is now that I know it can run and it won't look absolutely like dog shit, I think the rest of my work day is going to be ruined. I had stuff that I wanted to do today, productive stuff related to my business, and now that I know this works and it doesn't look terrible, I'm concerned I'm not going to get anything done today. The funniest part about this is my PC is still really, really quiet. Like, you can hear it. Ignore my cables. You can hear it, but it's not super loud. My PC is having an easier time running Monster Hunter Wilds than it did trying to run Rat Shaker, which is only a 30-minute long game that was made in, I think, Unity. So the fact that Rat Shaker made my computer lag and almost like overheat and shut down, but Monster Hunter Wilds is fine, is really funny. Okay, so I played around a little bit. I found out that I had way more colored bits of paper than I thought I did. So I played around a little bit. I like this idea. I used the Visionary because the Visionary is probably the darkest like thing that I have in my collection. So I figure let's find a color palette that works for this, and it'll most likely work for everything. So I like this idea with the blue, the yellow, the pink, and the green. I did also have an alternate version where, if I can strip these away for a second, I had like a darker blue and a darker yellow underneath. I know that kind of ruined the whole look because I just dragged them out, but I think that looks cute too. It's just not as cute, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna take a picture in both ways and then I'll pull them up on my PC and I'll see what I feel like, because I think this is cute, but I think the pink and the green is like better. photos in my program, made them 1:1 ratio because for some reason my camera does not support taking 1:1 ratio photos. I was gonna play with the color balancing and stuff, but I realized that I didn't really need to. I think they look fine as they are. I have the blue on blue, yellow on yellow variants, and then also the multicolor variants. I did prefer these when I first took the photos, but now that I'm looking at them in the program, I think the blue and yellow exclusively works best. I played around with the Visionary for a little bit, and then I also played around with my Lakeview Hotel keyring just because it was the one that, well, it's one of the few designs that I'm going to keep. The rest of them are being discontinued, so I figure may as well experiment with this one. I wasn't really sure what kind of props to use, but I have this really cute like crocheted flower that my sister gave me. I do have one that my partner gave me as well. I might use it for some other props, but for this one I felt like these ones that my sister gave me worked very nicely. I also played around with a couple of key props because, you know, they're key rings, and it looks kind of funny. I do like it, but I think I prefer the flower asset. I did test the flower asset with the green and the pink as well, but ultimately I think this picture here is probably my favorite one. The cute little lily of the valley in the bottom, the blue, blue, yellow, yellow. I did take this picture twice. I have this one, and I did take it twice, but I can't find, I think I deleted the other one because the other one, this bottom flower was actually on top of the keyring a little bit and it looked a little bit messy. So I just pulled it back a little bit and I took this photo, and I think this one looks the best. I do prefer the blue and the yellow, but I think I'm going to ask my Discord community which set that they prefer. I'm sure they'll agree with me. I'm just a little bit nervous. And then when we have like a color pattern, I suppose that's works for the photos and stuff, I'll wait for my new inventory to come in, and then I'll take photos like this for all of the new inventory. So we're going to keep the red photos that I've currently got for a little while. I just think that, like, since majority of it's being discontinued, I don't want to spend time taking photos of a bunch of stock that I'm not going to be keeping. So when the new inventory comes in, I'll take this style of photo with all the new stuff and with the designs that I'm planning to keep. Which brings me to my original point. Do I still put these red photos on Pinterest, or do I wait until my new stock comes and I can take the new photos to put the new photos on Pinterest? I'm sure I'm overthinking it, but yeah, that's where we're currently at. It's currently just past 1 p.m, so it might be time to eat. I'm not sure. I do want to play Monster Hunter, but I have work to do. So we'll see. I just dropped my pen. We'll see what's on this list that I can do. And then if there's stuff that I need to wait for, or, you know, like I really need time to sort this kind of stuff out, then I suppose I'll have nothing but to play Monster Hunter. We'll see. So I logged onto my Pinterest account, and it looks like when I first started my business, like last year, I had actually put up some of my product photos. So you can see what they used to look like. And I can see why these pins didn't get any traction. These look atrocious. Look at this. Ew. So I'm probably going to take these down. And I think I have decided that I'm going to wait until I take the new product photos to put anything on Pinterest, because I don't know, it just feels right to me at the moment. So I'm going to take these ones down. We're going to save the product photos and the Pinterest stuff for when the new orders come in. And I had a look, and it looks like I might not be able to do anything else on my list just yet, because scheduling photos for both Pinterest and Instagram will have to wait until I can take the new photos. Can't take the new photos until I have the new products. What's this one? Share more than the products themselves. I'm kind of already doing that with the vlog. So it looks like all of my list is going to have to wait a little bit until the new products come in. So guess what I'm going to do today? Yep, I'm doing my MYOB. I thought that I had time to play Monster Hunter today, but literally as I was eating lunch, I realized that today is the first Monday of April. And the first Monday of every month, I sit down and I do all of my income and expenses for my business for like the previous month. So as you can see, March is kind of done, but not fully. And April's got nothing because April has only just started. So I have to go through all of my invoices. I have to go through Australia Post and like copy paste and download all of my receipts. I have to go through all of my payment statements on both of my Etsy stores, my physical store and my digital store, and calculate how much I paid in fees versus my gross versus my net. I have to do the same thing with my PayPal. I'm probably going to be doing this for a good couple of hours. And this is the boring part of the business. This is the business part of the business, as I like to say. So, I'm probably not going to record a whole bunch of this. I will show you guys how I do my USD to AUD conversion rates for PayPal and how I do my my Etsy stuff for MYOB, but I'll wait until I have it all written out and then I can talk you guys through it because, I don't know, maybe someone will find that interesting. Okay, so Past Me was actually really smart and did the first half of March's MYOB already, so I don't have any current calculations to show you, but since I said I would, this is the formula that I use to convert USD to AUD with PayPal. This is if I don't have the conversion rate. Usually what will happen is I'll try my best to convert the USD payments to the AUD payments on the same day, and I'll just copy paste the conversion rate that PayPal has given me. That way I don't have to do this calculation. But if for whatever reason I didn't convert it exactly on the same day, or I forgot to copy paste the conversion rate, this is what I do. I divide the net AUD to the net USD for the exchange rate, and then I will times the USD rates by that exchange rate in order to get the AUD, and then I just kind of fact checked it. Here's an example of the very, very first time I used this formula. It looks a little bit messy. I have gotten better at writing my formulas down, but this is like from a little over a year ago. So this is what it looks like in action with the PayPal stuff. Etsy is where it gets a little bit complicated because you have your monthly statements, but they don't pay you on the first of every month genuinely. So I think here in April, I haven't received my money yet. But if I go back to March, you can see that they didn't pay out until the 2nd. So usually what I'll do is I'll find where this transaction is meant to start. In this case, last month's Etsy payments would have started on February 4th because that's when I didn't get, that's when I got paid last by them. So you'd go in here, we'd find February 4th or February 3rd, 5, and basically I would have 2 calculators open. I would use one calculator and only put my sales numbers in. So that's a sale, $35.50. And then on my second calculator, I would put all of my fees in. So all of these red numbers that you see in this column here would go in the other calculator. And so by the time I had finished from when I last got paid to when I had currently gotten paid, I would have 2 numbers. I would have my gross sales and my fees. And so this is what it kind of looks like. So this is my physical Etsy store from February 4th to March 3rd, which is what I got paid at the start of last month. So as you can see, that's my sales number, that's my fee number, and then I just take the fee number away from the sales number and I make sure that this total here matches the number that I got in my bank account, in which case it does. And I do this because paying Etsy fees is actually a business expense. So every single time I pay a fee related to Etsy or PayPal or anything like that, I can get a tax write-off on that. And I do it like this because then what will happen is I put through my gross amount as a receive money, sorry. And then I put this amount as a spend money, which basically allows the program to read that this is the money that came in and this is the money that I spent on it, which means this is part of my tax write-off and then this is the amount that I actually got. As long as all of these numbers still match, everything is fine. it used to look a lot messier than this, because what I used to do is I would use a calculator for my fees but not my sales. So as you can see over here, I used to write down all of my sales and then I would use a calculator for the fees. But it's so much smarter and cleaner to just use two calculators, which is why it looks like this now. This is kind of the boring, like, business side of business. There's a lot of numbers, there's a lot of math, there's a lot of making sure the numbers match, there's a lot of making sure the dates match, because when tax season comes around, you kind of need to have all of your dates the same, because they fact check your MYOB or whatever accounting program you're using to your bank statements. And if they don't match, then you can get in a lot of trouble. So that's basically why I do this. It's very boring, but I actually kind of enjoy doing it. And like I said, last month I was actually pretty smart and I did the first half of March earlier, so I actually didn't have a lot to do today. So maybe I can play Monster Hunter. Let's see. So here's my new setup. Not all of my products are out here. I've got all of my key rings, all of my stickers, all of my pins, and some of my book stuff. I've got the Storyteller, the Visionary, and the Collector. I haven't got the Pokemon set out here because I don't sell a lot of the Pokemon set. I don't have the cups or my tote bags out here because I don't sell a lot of those either, so when I need them, I can just go get them. And I finally put together a pin board. Please ignore these. I bought this and then the same, like within the afternoon, my cat had found it and decided that he wanted to tear it up. So that's what that is. But yeah, I've had these pins and these patches for a really, really long time, and I've never had anywhere proper to display them. But for my convention setups, I bought two of these little easels, and so while I'm not at conventions, I may as well use one of them to display some pins. And now while I'm packing orders and getting all of my stuff ready, I have a cute little pin board. And then because we're right next to the balcony, I'm trying not to show you outside, but because we're right next to the balcony now, when I need to take product photos, I can just move the printer and my pin board. I can put it on my desk, which is right over here now. So I can do all of my like digital marketing stuff, and then I can whip around and I can pack my orders. It's really, really cute. I'm really happy with it. It was a very sudden decision. I'd been thinking about it for a little bit, but I was talking to my partner about how we're going to lay out the place. And we just kind of decided to do it. So still haven't played Monster Hunter, but my setup looks great. I lied. I wasn't done with the pin board. I found some key rings that my friend and I made back in like 2019 when we did our very first con ever. And then I also found this little pin. So now I am seemingly done for the moment. I would love to get more pins, but that's where we're at the moment. I've almost finished the character sketches for this page. I just need to do, I think, 2 more panels on the bottom. The time is currently 5:14 p.m, so my art stream starts at 6 p.m. I'm not going to be working on this on stream. I've got 2 commissions, one that I'm hoping to finish and one I know I won't finish, but I want to get some decent progress on. I've been finding literally any excuse I can to not play Monster Hunter today, even though that's like the one thing that I really wanted to do. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on my commissions on stream, and this will probably be the last time that I talk to you guys today. If there's a funny clip that happens during the art stream, I will pop it in. But otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna go do something relaxing until maybe 5:30, 5:45, and then I'm gonna set up for my stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, it's now the next day. I got a lot of commission work done on stream yesterday, but quite frankly, not as much as I would have liked. So usually what I will do is I will spend all of today, which is Tuesday, doing a whole bunch of new products for my Etsy shop as part of my new launch. But again, because I didn't get done as much commission work as I would have liked, I'm going to spend a little bit of the day doing commission work and then the other little bit of the day doing my Etsy products before my stream tonight. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be a little bit of a boring day. I might not vlog all that much because I literally just sit at my little computer right here with my little graphics tablet right here, and I work for most of the day. So it's probably going to be a little bit boring. If anything comes up, I of course will let you guys know, but for the meantime, I'm just going to be working on that sort of stuff. I've been wanting to make a separate vlog about my new shop update and my Etsy products, but because I've been working on the shop update for a little while already, I don't want to like fake that kind of stuff. Like I don't want to fake working on it as it's going. So I might show you like the key rings and the lanyards and the stickers and stuff like that. And my second vlog will probably just be about one of my other products that I haven't announced yet. But that's what the day is going to be. I've got the oven preheating, we're going to have some breakfast, and we're just going to sit and work today. Psych, we're back in MYOB, lads. So turns out I have a bunch of extra stuff that I need to do for last year's tax season because I'm working with an accountant. So instead of having until October to do my taxes, I have until I think the end of this month to do them. And turns out there's a bunch of stuff that I could be getting like tax refunds on that I have not put through. So that's fantastic. I'm going to start doing that now. Stuff like my rent for the last year, my phone bill, my electricity for the last year. So much stuff that I can get returns. So I need to redo all of last tax season so that I can, you know, get the tax returns that I owe. So I guess we're not going to be doing art for a little while. I'm probably going to spend... what time is it? 10:47. I'm probably gonna spend until 2 o'clock. Just a rough estimate, until like 2 p.m. doing this stuff because there's a lot of money to calculate here. But who knows? Maybe I will get to do some art today. Let's see. Pray for me, guys. Okay, it actually didn't take as long as I thought. The time is now 11:25. It is done. Turns out I only had to do like a small portion of it, and then the person who's reconciling my accounts will take what I did and fix it up on their end, and then when they fix it up on their end, my accountant can have a look at it. It's a whole process. But my part of it is finished for now. So now I can finally finish Ernest. I'm hoping to finish Ernest. I have on my list here, if I can find my list. On my list here, I also have Emiliana, but I'm going to be so honest, I think I'm going to scrap Emiliana because even though Catriel Layton and the Millionaire's Conspiracy was a well-reviewed game, I don't think it's nearly as popular as the original 6. And even then, Claire, who is part of the original 6, doesn't pop off nearly as well as the main 4. So I think I'm going to scrap Emiliana, even though she was my favorite character of Millionaire's Conspiracy. And I'm going to stop at Ernest, which means that once Ernest is finished, the whole Professor Layton keyring collection is done. I did make a note that I wanted to do some lanyard designs, but I think I need a little more time to brainstorm what I want those lanyards to look like. So once I'm done with Ernest, I'm either going to move on to my Sonic Heroes lanyards because I have a bit more of a clear idea on what I want those to look like, or I'm going to move on to my phone charms because my phone charms are going to be a blind bag. There's 12 different consoles listed here, but honestly, I think 12 is a little bit too much for a blind bag, so I'm only going to do 6 of them, and then the other 6 I can do like a quote-unquote season 2 of this blind bag. So with that in mind, I've got 5 phone charm designs left. I've got to finish Ernest, which means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 designs left. And then if I come down here and I finish my Mystery Snoo keyring / sticker, then that would be 11. And again, the Professor Layton lanyard at 12. So I'm not going to be able to do all 12 today. But I will at the very least finish Ernest and maybe again either start one of my Sonic Heroes lanyards or do like 1 or 2 of my phone charms, and then I'm going to move on to doing some more commission work. So that's the plan for the next little while. Gonna be a pretty slow day. My partner has just left to go and hang out with one of our friends that he hasn't seen in a while, so I've got the whole place to myself. We're just gonna get to it. I probably won't vlog too much the rest of this day. The next time you see me, I'll probably be either jumping into the commission work or jumping into a stream. Tuesdays are really, really low-key, so off I go. Actually, no, you're going to see me right now because I'm going to complain for a hot second. So I really, really like color picking from official artwork when I do fan art for stuff because I want the colors to be, at least the base colors, to be accurate. But with the rise of WebP files, I can't do that. This is a really cute official picture of Ernest Greaves that I want to do color picking for, and Clip Studio cannot handle WebP. And I understand why. It's like a whole like copyright issue thing. It's the era of protecting your visual, like your artwork, your IPs and stuff. I completely understand that. But I'm not here to steal people's artwork. I'm here to color pick so that my fan art looks accurate. I have to get like a picture of like someone's fan art, someone else's fan art, and I don't know if they color picked from the official artwork. I have to color pick other people's artwork to get colors, or I have to screenshot the WebP file so that I have it as a PNG so that I can fucking color swatch it. And it's so annoying. Like, you know what? Wiki fandom pages, anyone who runs a wiki fandom page out there, or like you have access to a wiki fandom page, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to add a whole section to each individual character of the wiki called color palette. And what I want you guys to do, just to make artists' lives that whole bit easier, is give us the hex codes for each part of the character. So when I go onto Ernest Greaves' wiki page, what I want to see is like his hair is this hex code color, his skin is this hex code color, because then I don't have to take all of these steps to color pick. I can just come into my program, where the fuck is my mouse, come into my program, right, grab this and put the hex code in so I don't have to waste my time with stupid WebP files. Please, anyone who runs wiki fandom, please put hex codes on characters' profiles so I don't have to do this anymore. This little shit just tried to jump on my desk for my attention, and now when I ask him what he wants, he's got nothing. What do you want, Papa? The Papa won't pets, Papa won't snoogles. Excuse me. He jumped up on my desk from this side because there's more space, and now he's sitting between me and my keyboard. What you doing? You want to stop me from working? Yeah, how aggressive he's thumping his tail. Ooh! Violence. All right, it's now 2:30. I'm about to just have a really quick sandwich and then get back to my commission work. But before I eat my lunch, my partner bought me this like garlic dip because I was watching another content creator and they were raving about the garlic dip, and I tried it a little bit ago and it's nice, but I feel like it's missing something. And I remembered just now I said the exact same thing about chicken crimpy flavored shapes. They're nice, but there's something missing. And so I really want to potentially make a big mistake and put a chicken crimpy in my garlic dip and see how that tastes. All right, moment of truth. Here's my garlic dipped chicken crimpy. Oh, pretty nice. That's really good. Yep, okay, yep. I was originally gonna mix some like cracked pepper. I was like, it's missing something, maybe like some pepper something. No. You gotta eat garlic dip with the chicken crimpies, bro. They're so good. All right, I'm gonna have my sandwich and I'm gonna get back to work now. My microphone is muted at the moment, but I wanted to see if I could stream Monster Hunter Wilds because my PC has no problem running it and running it well. My stream is fucked. Look at how slow Rocher is moving. I don't know if you can hear it, but my PC is kind of loud. If I'm gonna stream this game, I need to get it on PlayStation. But if I want to play off stream, then I can play it on PC. Yikes. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I've been awake for a total of maybe 3 minutes. My cat has already decided to bother me. Hi. So today is going to be a passion project day. I have 2 different passion projects that I could be working on. One is a graphic novel, sequel to my first graphic novel, Forget Me Not. The second one... He's still attacking me. He just doesn't want to be on camera. The second one is an animated pilot that I've been working on for a little while. It's going to be pseudo-animated, I think is the term that I'm going to start using for it. Hey, don't bite my elbows. Stop. It's going to be pseudo-animated, so like basically like a glorified animatic because I'm the only person working on it, so that's fun. Let me stop. All you want is attention. Mwah! So I have 2 that I could be working on. I've been working on my graphic novel, Forget Me Not 2, for a while, but I think I'm going to start by working on that because my partner has decided that he's going to try and help me manufacture pages. So I'm going to do all the line art for the pages and then send them to him. He will do the coloring and the lettering, and then he'll send them back to me and I can do the additional shading and then the pages are finished. That'll be really helpful for me, especially because I lost the font that I used in book 1, and the font was made of my own handwriting, so I can't just re-download it and reinstall it. And if I do remake it, it's not going to be exactly the same, which is my problem. So I'm going to send all of the pages to him to do all of the re-lettering. And that's going to be a massive time save for me. So hopefully I can get both of those projects done this year. Realistically, I'll probably only get one of them done. It'll probably be the animated pilot. But I'd love to get them both done. So that's going to be our day. The oven is preheating at the moment for breakfast. And I have some breakfast. Maybe we'll make some coffee. You want some coffee? Yeah. You want some coffee? You can't have coffee. And then we'll get right to it. Yeah? You want to say goodbye? Say goodbye. Ooh. Alright, so it's now basically 2 o'clock. I didn't get as much work done as I wanted to get done in like the morning. And I also didn't film a lot of it because I was using my phone to transfer all of the video files I've gotten so far onto my computer while I was working, because I was like, oh, that'll be fun. Turns out, no. That was a whole process that I had to figure out, and I'm still kind of figuring it out, but I think it's working now. So I'm going to sit down, I'm going to have some lunch, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. My partner's playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core, so I'm going to watch him for a little bit, and then I'm going to move from my graphic novel onto my animated pilot. You guys have seen me work on my graphic novel a little bit in this VOD already, so that's why I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal if I didn't film it, but I will get little snippets from the animated pilot at least. But I'm gonna go have some lunch first. happy Thursday, but probably also goodbye. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are kind of my off days. I still do a little bit of work, but I don't think it's enough work to, like justify vlogging the whole thing, you know what I mean? Today is gonna be a half day. I'm gonna do a little bit of work on my computer, gonna clean up the house, gonna get the clips ready to edit the vlog. And then Friday, Saturday are my days with my partner. Those are my complete off days. So I don't really think there's gonna be anything worth vlogging for the next like 3 days. So this is goodbye. It's been a really long time since I've done one of these. I have done them before, but I did them in like the first COVID lockdown. So I'm a little bit rusty, I'm a little bit out of it, but still, thank you so much for watching if you did. Thank you for watching this far. The next one of these I'm gonna do is not gonna be like, oh, this is what my week is like type thing. These are gonna be like topic related vlogs. Like there's a really big project that I've been working on for my Etsy shop that I would like to like vlog the process of. So there's that, and just a bunch of like little things like that. Do you want to say goodbye, Nemi? He's not a very big talker. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you next time when we're talking about my big project. Bye.